Welcome in today, you guys. Welcome into today's, oh my God. I need a personal cheerleader to start this intro. Welcome into today's video. Today we're gonna be testing out some new makeup. It's a little bit of first impressions, a try on. I don't have a ton, but there have been a ton of new makeup releases, so this video is subject to be followed by more new makeup releases. They keep literally dropping like one product a day. So I keep jumping on Sephora, believe it or not, at like 4 o'clock in the morning when I get the notification because I sleep terribly and I keep like buying one product at a time. I'm just that kind of crazy right now. I don't know what's going on. This morning I woke up and I got on this like cute shirt and I come up here to film and it's freezing. So I'm like, absolutely not. We're not wearing a little shirt. I don't know what is going on. I have lived in Florida, oh my gosh, how many years now? 11 years. Going on 11 years, I guess. Here we are at almost the end of February. I mean, we'll call it the end of February. And we're waking up and it's like 40 degrees outside. I don't think in my 11 years here, almost 11 years here, has it been this cold this late in February. I could be wrong, but I just feel like it's a lot colder than normal. So I'm wearing a long sleeve. I can't do the little shirts up here. It's pretty early in the morning and some of this makeup release. I have my breakfast. Again, it's my Atkins Plus 30 grams of protein shake. And it's the creamy vanilla. Yeah, creamy vanilla. I mean, this video is not sponsored, but I keep bringing these up here when I'm filming in the morning. Anyway, what's on today's agenda? And I will be linking timestamps in the description box in case you guys want to skip ahead any of this stuff. I picked up the Makeup Forever HD setting powder. You guys, this was $43. I literally was like, what the? But I had to get it because it's supposed to be a formula that locks your makeup and protects it from transfer humidity and water and controls shine for 24 hours and blurs. It just looked like something I would really like. A pretty heavy powder. So I picked it up, $43. You guys, but it's huge. I took it out. Anyway, we're gonna try that on. And then I picked up one of the cloud paints from Glossier. It's one of the new bronzer ones. And this one's been out for a couple of minutes. The Nudestix blush tint with an SPF of 30. I don't think I've tried anything from Nudestix that wasn't in a stick form. And then I picked up the Summer Fridays new shade in their Lip Butter Balm in Birthday Cake. And then I picked up one of the tinted lip treatments from Tower 28. And then I'm late on this one because it went totally viral already. But this is one of the Milk Lip and Cheek Stains, I guess. And I got one shade in that. So that's all we're gonna do today, you guys. There's gonna be a ton of new makeup releases upcoming, like I told you guys. But again, if you wanna jump ahead to any of this stuff, I will be linking the timestamps in the description box. So yes, let's get into it. I have done my eyes, my face, my whatever I've done, my concealer, all of that good stuff. So let's jump right into the setting powder. I have mine in the shade 1.1 Light Vanilla. So apparently it comes in 6 different shades. I told you guys it was $43, but it's supposed to be a super fine setting powder that diminishes excess shine for a soft matte finish that lasts 24 hours without caking or enhancing texture, even on drier skin types. It says it has a little bit of coverage. It says medium coverage. It does have cornstarch and kaolin clay blend that helps mattify the look of the skin. If you guys don't get along with cornstarch, you wouldn't like this. I happen to have pretty oily skin even at this time of year, and I'm always looking for something super mattifying. Plus, if you guys like watch any of my other videos, that's basically all I talk about anymore is what it feels like. So here's what it looks like when you take the peel off of it, and it comes with its own little puffy, which is actually a puffy I would use. A lot of these puffies that comes with these powders are like super rough. This is one of these like really soft ones, which is exactly the kind that I normally use. So I'm literally gonna use this powder right now with this little puffy. I don't have many Makeup Forever products, but I will say, like, I'm coming to find that they're very like artist friendly. It looks like you can kind of like spill this into the lid, but then you don't have to like pour it into the lid, if that makes sense. Like it's just now pooled right here. Here, let me turn it a little bit. Pooled right here into the bottom so I can make a mess. And so I can pick it up with the little spongy, which is just a lot more convenient than like leaving it inside of the cap itself, which I'm not the biggest fan of. Okay, I took like a lot, so let's just go under the under eyes on both sides and across the nose. Let's just start here. Let's just start here. Right away, I mean, it's blurring. It's nice. I don't even feel it on my skin. It's nice and lightweight. It doesn't look overly drying. Not a ton of coverage. It said medium coverage, but I'd say this coverage is pretty light compared to some of my other powders. It's not making it like extremely mattifying either. And then you can just like put the little puffy back in here. Like you can just keep it with it. I mean, I probably will. Like this makes perfect sense to me. And this puffy is just so freaking soft too. It's like actually really good quality. And there's a ton of product in here. It's 0.63 ounces. Like that's actually quite a bit. It does say it's free of parabens, formaldehydes, phthalates, mineral oil, sulfates. It contains less than 1% synthetic fragrance. I literally don't even smell it. So whatever is synthetic fragrance is in here. Like it has virtually no detection by my nose whatsoever. But a powder is only as good as it lasts. So even though it looks really beautiful in the skin right now, like it's really blurring, it's very lightweight, you don't feel it, not a ton of coverage. I will insert some clips of this, you guys, so you can see what it looks like at around 4 hours. I'll do a check-in on my phone, I'll just throw it up right now, so you guys can see like if it's controlling my oils or not. I mean, that's really the reason that I bought the powder. I've got a ton of blurring powders, but I want something to really control my excess oils because I have a ton of those. All right, let's move into one of these lip products. Let's throw on the Lip Butter Balm from Summer Fridays. Ooh, this one is already out of stock in the birthday cake. I feel like the lights are already washing this out. What a shame. So these retail for $24. This is just an addition to the ones I believe they launched last year, which makes their 8th shade in this line, I'm pretty sure. I wanna say these went into like some of my favorites for the year of 2023. I feel like a lot of people said that. These had a ton of hype. When they said birthday cake, I said, okay, where? So that's pretty much how I got this. I will say, I feel like this one is like a thicker formula than the last one. Like the last one just came out a little bit easier. This one feels a lot goopier, like a lot thicker. Birthday cake is a limited edition one. Yeah, this is like thicker, like comparatively to the other one that I have in Vanilla Beige. Does this even have like shimmers in it? Maybe lightly, little tiny shimmers. Okay, it's not heavily scented. I don't know about that. Like, it has a suggestion of birthday cake, okay? It's not strong. I was hoping it would taste like I was eating full-on birthday cake frosting. This is so minimal. This is so light. It's a suggestion, basically. Yeah, it's suggesting birthday cake. It's not giving birthday cake, you know? Let's put the Glossier Cloud Paint on top of the powder. That's how I would normally do it. I would generally set my face like right after concealer. This is now on the Sephora website. All of these things are now on the Sephora website, but when I picked this up, I did pick it up when it was only available at Glossier. So this comes in 5 different shades. It retails for $22. Which I believe is the same price as the blush. It's supposed to be a buildable gel cream bronzer with light coverage and a natural finish. And it's got one of those little peely things on it. If you guys are not new to my channel, you know that I am so into a gel bronzer at the current moment. My God, these lights are driving me freaking bonkers. I don't know why I'm so into a gel bronzer at the current moment, but I am. Fragrantless. You know what? I'm literally just gonna dip into it with my favorite brush. This is just a Kiko Milano number 13 little stubby brush. And I've been applying all of my gel bronzers with this freaking thing because it just sweeps it across the cheeks and it's not too intense. See how natural that looks? This is why I've just been loving gel bronzers. I feel like it melts into the foundation in such a natural way. It doesn't like look like a stripe. It just warms up the face. Super duper easy. That's basically what I do. Just like put a little dot on the back of my hand and I've been bouncing my little brush in, picking it all up. I love it. I love this already. I knew I was going to. Gel bronzers may not be for you guys, but I find the application extremely easy, natural, and melting into the skin so much more than my powder bronzers recently. And this shade is freaking amazing. It's got a little bit of warmth, but it's not too orange. I think this is freaking stunning. Hold on. And by the way, I have their solar paint, like the cream. Is this a cream gel bronzer? Yeah. It's a cream bronzer, luminous bronzer cream. It's literally already chaos in my house. So this one I liked, but it's so much warmer in tone. This is the one with like the doe foot applicator. And while I think it's a nice, also similar formula to this one, it's definitely very warm. That's the thing that this kind of isn't. Like, look how much more neutral toned. Oh, yeah, look at the light. I absolutely had enough of. You're still washing me out. All right. I changed the lighting situation and I'm pretty sure like when I did that, it stopped recording. Anyway, let me re-swatch these so you guys can see these in what appears to be much better lighting. once I kind of change the setting. So the Solar Paint one is really, really warm. This one right here, the Cloud Paint, is just a much more neutral option. So I personally like it. I definitely contemplated keeping the Solar Paint because it went to my chopping block, but ultimately it was just too warm of a shade. And I want to say I even heard somebody say that these shades looked warm online. I'll throw up a picture. I have mine in the shade Sail, which is a light neutral tan, pretty nicely neutral. The next one up is a golden tan, so it's really, really warm. But the shade after that is a medium neutral tan. Again, looks really nice, like neutrally toned. So they kind of alternate. It kind of goes like neutral, warm, neutral again. Anyway, I don't think they're half bad at all. I am telling you guys, I don't discount a gel bronzer. I feel like they're so seamless and beautiful on the skin. I like it even better than the doe foot applicator. I'm just really into a gel bronzer at the current moment, so you did not need to talk me into getting that. Which blush are we gonna go into next? Let's go into the Milk Makeup one. These are freaking viral, so like how much information do you need? Well, let's pull it up anyway. It's called the Cooling Water Jelly Tint plus Cheek Blush Stain. Wow, they have 4 stars, 429 people. These are fully sold out at the current moment, $24 a piece. I picked up Splash, which is Berry Plum. Of course I did. None of these other shades looked like, I don't know, like I didn't want the coral, I didn't want the poppy pink, I didn't want red. I'm just like into these cool tone berries at the current moment. This one is in Splash. I'm dying to see if this evokes a desire to eat it. Doesn't it look like my cap is kind of coming off right now? Hello? It is. That's not so good. But it has one of those seals at the top, so that's fine. That's okay. It's definitely nice and juicy. Like, I don't know, is that great? Is that good or bad? Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat this. I'm too old for that shit. Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, they're definitely juicy. They immediately give you a nice little stainy stain. That's what it looks like swatched out. Yeah, I mean, it's staining. It's not like a tremendous stain. Jen Phelps was the first person, I think, to say like Undone Beauty has a water tint already, which I have in my collection. It's a red one that is very cold when you put it on. Milk's just done something similar. I can't say the one from Undone Beauty is a lot less expensive. I feel like they're relatively similar in price. Undone Beauty is probably like a little less expensive. The biggest difference is it's not like this bouncy like this is. This just is like bing, 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 bing. Milk Makeup is definitely going for things that appeal aesthetically. I do think their products are pretty good quality, even though they kind of embody a little bit of gimmickiness. So anyway, I pulled out the one from Undone Beauty, and here it's in a red shade, but it's actually pink. This is what the Undone Beauty one looks like. It's very cold when it goes on. Like, it's a similar consistency. It just doesn't have that like bounciness about it. It's hard, but it's also kind of translucent. You can kind of see through it. It doesn't have intense opaqueness. It also comes with one of these. So it's not like Milk is out here the first one making this. It's just that they made it kind of bouncy, and that's what makes it kind of fun. That's basically what it is. So everyone that I've seen is literally just like drawing this on and like tapping it into the skin, just moving it back with their fingers. I want to say that's not like a half bad. It's a stain, so it's like flat, you know? It's just kind of flat on the cheeks. I have to say, like, I'm basically trying this because of the gimmickiness, but I also had the one from Undone Beauty and I've liked it for about 12 months now, and no one ever talks about that except Jen Phelps. And I'm pretty sure I saw this, I want to say I got this at Ulta, probably, maybe online. Like, I was looking for like cream and liquid blushes and I found it at one point. It does a good job. It's pretty one-dimensional because it's a stain. You know, whatever the juiciness that's like popping off of this thing is not like transferring to the skin in any way. It's not a luminous finish. It's fully flat. Hello, what's up with the packaging on this? I am actually really glad that I got this like purple shade, because look how like pink it looks. It's not like intensely purple. Yeah, this thing just like full on pops off on me. I did not build it up a ton, so I'm kind of just going back in and like adding a little bit more. I don't know how much it's like gonna show up on camera, but in person, it's probably about as much as I would like apply. Now I'm just going a little crazy. I will say there's like a defined line right here. Like I can't really blend it in perfectly. I don't know. That's probably about how much I'd apply and then leave it. I think it's a learning curves kind of situation. Like how much do you want to go in with? I feel like you'll eventually figure out how much to lay down, but it's one of those things where I just feel like you keep building until you figure out like what's my preferred pigmentation here. Meaning not an immensely convenient product. It just embodies something slightly different that our little makeup appetites might like. That's all that this is for me, because Undone Beauty, let's just even look up at the price right now. Okay, yeah. This is even on Amazon, but it's a lot less. It's $10. It performs functionally in a relatively identical way. So do you need this in your life? If you want to tickle your little makeup fancy and jiggle around like a jello looking stick blush, fine. Is it needed? I picked it up, I don't know. I feel like all of my reviews are kind of like that. For someone who consumes so much makeup, the last thing that I want to tell my audience is like, oh, you need it. Oh, I'm obsessed. Oh, it's so good. What? You shouldn't live without it. Shit, I barely feel that way about, I mean, you gotta be good to be thrown in that category. I am so irritated in looking at my left eye and how much it freaking sags. I never noticed that my dog bite from when I was little probably had such a big impact on my eye. This freaking eye droops so much more than the other one. Like if you guys have ever watched my videos and kind of wondered why my eyes are freaking lopsided, I'm pretty sure it's because of this giant scar and dog bite. Anyway, the left eye's just driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. Yeah, see, I don't think this is like the easiest thing to blend in. Now I just feel like this looks splotchy on the cheeks. I don't love the way this is not naturally looking on my skin. I really would not normally apply this with my fingers. I feel like I would normally apply this with a brush. I don't know, that's just, it's not convenient for me. Like now I mean, it blends in okay, but it's not like perfect. It's, you know, it's just not like my personal preference, but I beat it up a little bit and now the product looks all like scuffed. See that? From like the brush indentation. I even feel like the Undone Beauty blends in better than this one. I don't know. This one's just, this is not gonna be for me, I think, personally. This bronzer, on the other hand, is gorgeous. Let's go into the one from Nudestix. I think this one's gonna be more up my alley personally. This is also a blush and lip tint, just like the Milk Makeup one. Not as great of stars on this. It retails for $30. It doesn't have a ton of product in it, but Nudestix is fairly expensive. This is 0.51 fluid ounces. It comes in 6 different shades currently, and I picked up the shade Sunset Rose, which was the only kind of rosy toned one that they have. The rest of them look very peachy. I mean, there's a cool fresh pink and pink sunrise, a rich warm coral red in strawberry sunburst, which looks pretty warm. The warm fresh peach is in peaches and soul, and then a warm rich terracotta, which is sun-kissed. 3 of them are warm toned out of 5 shades, and the other 2 are more cool toned. And I feel like $30 is a pretty high price point. With an SPF of 30, maybe it's a little bit weird. The reviews are pretty decent. I mean, I'll just read you the titles. Blends like a dream, the easiest blush you'll ever use. Oh, someone wrote allergic. Listen. That's not what these reviews are for, okay? Guys, a review is on the performance of a product. If you're personally having an allergic reaction to something, please don't go on here and give it 1 star. You might be allergic to the sunscreen that's in here, depending upon the type of sunscreen it is. Please look at the active ingredients. Your skin may not like it, but to give it 1 star, to confuse us all, that you're telling us you are allergic to the ingredient. Ooh, this one's not so good. Listen to me, this is so bad. It makes your lips bright red like a rash and does not protect anything. It gives you really bad sores on your lips. I never, and I repeat, never use a product that is designed for your cheeks and lips on both. It's not my personal style. I refuse. It's not even of interest to me whatsoever. Okay, I've just put it on the back of my hand and now I'm like swirling my brush into it because I want it to be as even as possible and also as different from the other blush as I can possibly get. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, that's much more my personal preference. It has a little bit of a luminous finish. I wonder if it'll stay like that. A lot of their stuff is pretty matte, except their like newest blush stick release, the Glow Core. It says it has green algae, polyphenol, a non-nano zinc, and reef safe. It does have coconut in it, you guys. So if you're allergic to coconut, you probably wouldn't like this. Okay, so it is supposed to have a radiant finish to it. And it actually says it's a naturally tinted liquid blush for cheeks, lips, and eyes. I think it's gorgeous. I'm not gonna put this on my eyes and I won't put this on my lips. Again, that's just not something that I like to do. I can kind of see for $30 maybe why they would price it there if they were saying like, oh, this is a multifaceted product. I'm genuinely all over the place with the lights. I don't know up from down at this point. I just think it's really, really pretty on the cheeks. It's sticky. And it's not hugely tinted. It's kind of a light flush. Not just this shade, I think. I just think it's like overly pigmented. It just gives you a nice flush to your cheeks. It just looks radiant. I will say though, I feel like it picked up a little bit of the foundation because it's a dewier product. Like I see a ton of my little freckles right here. It doesn't bother me though. It doesn't bother me. I just wanted to mention that. Is it too bright? Is it? Is it too bright now? You're a dick. Who knows what is up? What is down? Did I get it in my fucking hair? That jelly balm shit. All right, let's jump into the last thing here. Let's get it facing the right direction. This is the Tower 28 Lip Softy Hydrating Tinted Lip Treatment Balm. They launched this in 5 different shades for $16. That's the kind of price I can get behind. I have mine in the shade Dolce de Leche, which is supposed to be a sheer nude. Online, the little, you know, square that Sephora throws up looks like straight up red. It's clinically proven non-sticky lip balm treatment that delivers intense hydration. Shea butter, supposed to like fill out the lips. Let's test it out. It's just kind of one of those like circular tops though. Let's see, let's swatch this out. It's pretty. It says a sheer nude. This might be a little bit too orange for me. I don't know. That tastes like cookies. What the hell is that? What is that deliciousness? It's literally, it's hydration of a lip mask with a sweet sheer tint using food grade non-artificial flavor. It says the sweet scent is fragrance free to avoid drying lips out. The different flavors include watermelon kiwi, dolce de leche. Why am I trying to guess what it is? Ubi, vanilla, and then blood orange vanilla. So I have the dolce de leche. I knew it. It's like a freaking dessert. Summer Fridays needs to like get with Tower 28 and then they can like help them with some of the flavors. It's like a little dessert. That was just absolutely delightful. Okay, let's do a final roundup. So on the powder, you guys will already have seen like what it looks like at the check-in at like 4 hours probably to see how it's like controlling my oil. So I've already told you about that, but the initial finish of it is really beautiful. Again, not a ton of coverage. It didn't take off like all of my radiance on my nose. Like I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's not like an overly mattifying powder. I'm honestly a little bit disappointed in the Summer Fridays. It's just not tinted enough, and I feel like it was a thicker formula than the one that I have in Vanilla Beige. It just doesn't feel kind of as nice. It feels a little bit thicker and a little bit goopier. I could have lived without that, to be honest. I could also live without this milk makeup shit. It's not my thing. It's just not. It's not. And mind you, these only last 6 months, where the ones from Undone Beauty last 12. I mean, that's just basically what they can kind of guarantee. This I could have passed on. However, I really enjoy this. Again, nice flush of color, beautiful little radiance to it. Remember, it has SPF in it, it has coconut and other active ingredients that you guys might want to check out if you know you have sensitivity, just based on the comments. I personally don't, so I think it'll be fine. But I'm not going to recommend you put this on your lips because I haven't tested it that way. And I guess just kind of buyer beware based on the comments that it did like irritate somebody's lips somewhere. I skipped right over the Glossier. I think this is absolutely beautiful. This is totally worth it to me. I'm totally going to get like personal use out of this. It's just light enough, but it like just gives the right amount of flush to the cheeks and forehead. It's just my kind of thing. These are little delightfuls. You could throw these in your purse and have a little blast. Smells great. It tastes great. It's non-sticky. It's a decent shine. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's a little bit of a slippier formula, so it probably won't last like a super long time on your lips, but it was quite enjoyable. Anyway, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts of any of the stuff in the comments. If you tried any of the stuff, let me know. Have you had a negative reaction to the Nudestix? I'm out of here, you guys, and I hope to catch y'all in my next video. Bye.